Controversial, deadly, and widely banned, yet still used. What are cluster bombs? Cluster munitions are designed to indiscriminately take out multiple targets by scattering up to hundreds of bomblets over a wide area. But not all the submunition detonates on impact. The rate of bomblets that fail to explode on contact and continue to be a threat to civilians for long years, similar to landmines, is relatively high. Global organizations, such as Human Rights Watch and other landmine watchdogs, put the failure at a rate of 40%. For some context, over 100 countries, including NATO members, signed in 2008 a convention on cluster munitions, banning their use. But can you guess which country declined the treaty and called cluster weapons legitimate weapons that provide a vital military capability? It's the United States. It's obvious that this would be their stance, given how much they've used it in the past, like during their invasion of Iraq, their invasion of Afghanistan. They've also used it in Laos, in Cambodia, and, well, the list goes on. Oh, and don't get us started on when Biden wanted to provide Ukraine with cluster munitions during Kiev's failed counteroffensive against Russia. Anyway, the United States is not the only one that has used cluster munitions. Israel, for example, has used cluster bombs on several occasions as well, namely against residential areas in Lebanon back in 1978 and during the 2006 July war, not to mention repeatedly in Gaza. The undetonated bomblets left in Lebanon have killed and maimed almost 200 people since the 2006 war ended, Human Rights Watch reported less than 2 years after the war ended. Some of these bomblets still exist today in Lebanon. Moreover, during Israel's war on Gaza in 2014, yes, October 7 wasn't the first time Israel has launched a war on the Strip. Human rights organizations, including Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch, reported that Israel had used cluster bombs in various locations around Gaza. Fast forward today, we have tens of thousands of Palestinians killed in Gaza. And the main military supporter of Israel believes that these bombs are legitimate weapons despite international outcry against them, and has constantly used them. What proves that Israel isn't still using them in the Gaza Strip, endangering even more Palestinian lives? Can you imagine having a bunch of undetonated bombs in inhabited land scattered all over for people to stumble on? And how monstrous you would have to be to use them against civilians? Makes you think, doesn't it?